Now in this video we are going to see control statements in Java. So by the heading only we can understand control statements, like it is going to control something, right? So what it is going to control means it will control the flow of Java software, right? Now here this is a simple definition, like it is a predefined statements. Okay, so here also some predefined statements are there. When we are going to use, it will controls the execution flow. What do you mean by this execution flow? Okay, suppose you have taken your class, right? Here you have your class example, class something, let it be a sample class, right? So you have your class like this and our main method. So always Java considers the statements inside the main method only. Okay, there is some other things here over here like public static void. Okay, now Java software executes, like Java software treat like first I need to execute this thing, later second line, later third line. Okay, the execution flow will be like this: first second line, third line, right? Now third line, etc. like this. It will execute line by line, right? Line by line execution will happen. Execution is nothing but software takes the statements in this manner, like execution. Execution nothing else, the software considering those statements. Okay, now controlling the execution flow. So controlling means suppose from 1 to directly 3 if you want to move. Okay, or if we don't want to consider the third statement, something like that, we need to go for the control statements. Suppose when I discuss the types, you will get the clear idea. I will show the types also. So the first type we have is decision making statements. Decision making statements. This also well known as conditional statements. Okay, this is also well known as conditional statements, either this one or this one. Okay, the second we have is like looping statements. Looping statements. The third we have is jumping statements. Okay, so these are important control statements. Once this is the introduction, right? So in the decision making we have conditional statements. Under the conditional statements we have if else and else if and switch. Okay, in the loops we have the first loop while, do while. So it is a loop. So while loop, do while loop and for loop. Okay, in the jumping statements we have break and continue. So these are the full structure of control statements. Now decision statements, suppose it is a class, right? So let us consider a big block. So let us consider a big block. So this is the execution flow. Let us take, okay, line by line it is going to execute. Okay, suppose if we have used here if, so if this is true, then it will execute, this line of code will be executed. Okay, if it is false, then this line of code will not treat it. So means here the statements not considering by the software, right? So it is nothing but the controlling the execution flow in the simple term, right? Again, if we have a loop, so let us take a one loop, while loop. So while loop, it is also a it will also accept a condition. So here we have a loop. So until this loop get false, like condition inside the while loop get false, it will loop the statements. Like suppose it is somewhere at 10th line and it is somewhere at 15th line, right? So it will loop the from 10th line to 12th, like it will comes to 15 and it will move to 10, it will comes to 15, it will move to 10, like this the loop will happen. So execution flow will be in the loop manner. Again, if we have a break statement somewhere inside the loop or a switch case, so break and continue will used in, so here only I am defining, these are mostly used in loops, majorly in loops and in switch case. We place the break here, so until the condition will fall, this loop will execute, right? Suppose you have some another condition which are essential to write inside the loop, so when the condition will execute over here, then it will automatically breaks. So the loop here, if this condition also get true, even the condition is true, this break will happen and it will come out of the loop. So don't worry, this is just our introduction. Okay, in upcoming videos you will get the clear idea. So right now, do you got the idea on control statements?